what we want. We want to get going on this. All right. Let's just do a quick little wop wop. All right, let's take a look. Let's get it popping. Let's go ahead and get down on the disclaimer, the disclosure. So, as you guys already know, please note that the following is not legal advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should be not relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, y'all, so let's get it popping. Thank you, Jane Doe, for joining. Liv, I see you. DJ Vito, what's going on? Morningstar, Brian Hernandez, I see y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. We just read that disclosure. Take a look. I want to show y'all right now. So this is QQQ on the 30-minute chart. I entered calls right in this area. I should change the color of some of these lines, but right below 438.60, where my cursor's at, I entered calls. So I alerted that in the Discord, in my chat, and so we've got a little bit of this bounce up. But I am a scalper. I like to scalp on the 30-minute chart, so just kind of keep that in mind. With that being said, so I'm looking for the target of basically this 50%, the daily 50%. It might not quite get there. It's been having trouble getting above this. But yo, thank y'all for the likes. Liv, thank you for the likes. Thank you so much. Is it pronounced live or is it live? Or let me make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. But yeah, so I alerted my squad. I alerted my team right when this candle opened up and it had a little bit of a pullback below 438.60 on QQQ that I entered calls. I am a scalper, so it's not like I'm looking for a huge move or anything like that. Just enough to hit 5 to 10% on the profit. Yo, Kakalie, thank you for joining. Appreciate that, Liv. Obscure Circles, yo, what's up? Desmond Hodge, I see you. Thank you. Where the heck is the camera at? Let's get it right. Okay, for sure. So like I said, QQQ live on the charts. I put it in my Discord. Show y'all. Let me see right here. Let me move this over so y'all can see it. If this would just, all right, there it is. Alerted in the Discord that I was in these calls, took some profits, made some little bit of money. So that's what I was looking for that little bounce, little reversal here on the QQQ. Yo, what's up? Saqib Khan, Creator Queen, I see you. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for the likes so much, Liv. I appreciate you. I appreciate it. Isaac Vincent. So I'm thinking we might get somewhat of a move to this 50%, the daily 50% from yesterday, or really the previous trading day, which was Friday. Jay Savage, yo, my dude, what's going on? Michael Keller, what's up? So just a quick little bounce up to the upside. QQQ's kind of struggling. The Qs are struggling to get to that daily 50%. So right around there would be like the most ideal opportunity to get out of the trade from a scalper's perspective, just from scalping. Because at any moment it could drop back down. We just got this little push up. Obviously, SPY hit the daily 50%. Let me move this over for y'all so y'all can see it. So, you know, QQQ and SPY kind of follow each other. Slight differences on the charts. One thing I was looking at was Disney. Disney would have been a good one for a scalper to get into on some quick calls. So might want to throw on a couple indicators there. Let me move this over a bit so we can see the ticker symbol too. Why do I feel like this is a little crooked? There we go. And then, you know, we got to bring some things in. So, taking a look at, y'all let me know any tickers you want me to take a look at. This is Hershey, 30-minute. I was kind of looking at calls for Hershey too, but then I realized there's not a lot of volume on this stock. It doesn't really move with a lot of price action, if that makes sense. Cerebral 19, yo, thank you for joining. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everyone. Thank y'all for the likes. Big shout out to Liv. Quickly approaching 500 likes. So just a reminder, y'all can tap in, join the Discord. You get the first 30 days free. So I'm all about giving value, especially to new traders, right? If you're new to trading, specifically options trading, it could be a lot to try to figure all this out. So if you are new or you've been interested, just go ahead and drop your questions. No matter how small or how simple you think the question may be, go ahead and drop it and we can get that popping. I don't like how the camera keeps disappearing there. Yo, Riggs, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Riggs. I appreciate that. So we got somewhat of a bounce up on a few tickers on the market right now. Here's Apple going for yesterday's 50% again. So just be careful though, be cautious. Look, QQQ's pulling back. The Qs are pulling back. Is it worth my time to study candles? To me it is. It's a large component of my trading, but I'm never knocking another trading style. Well, that's what I'll say. The most beautiful, crazy thing about trading, man, is you can develop a strategy based off of any way that you trade and what works for your lifestyle. So there's some people that only use candlesticks for trades. There's some people that only use VWAP and RSI or MACD. There's some people that only use news. There's some people that, whatever the case may be. So from my perspective, I would say it's worth it. I can't explicitly tell you what you should and should not do. I can only tell you from my experience, and my experience is incorporating candlestick patterns and candlestick structures into my trading plan and my trading style has helped. But that's for me. Yo, Jay, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Yo, DJ, Izon, what's up? What's up? Mr. Baker, thanks for coming through. You guys, DA Solutions, I appreciate that follow. Thank y'all so much. So, if there's any tickers y'all want me to take a look at, let me know. I did alert calls on QQQ right when this candle right here opened up. So let's just see how we do on getting to that daily 50%. Let's see what goes on right there. Let's take a look at futures. Futures got the same shape kind of going on too. Let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. Now, one thing that's a big play in my community that we've been kind of talking about is SHOP. SHOP might be the play of the week. That's Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP. Here it is on the chart. So I marked out, I'm gonna go to the daily chart. So this is Shopify, and somewhat marked out this support zone, this range here, this orange zone that I got on the chart going back to July of 2023. And so what I'm thinking is I got these two blue lines. So the orange area is kind of the support resistance zone. Yo, IIZ11, thank you for the follow. Mr. Toxic says I grabbed 12, 5, 13 calls on SPY. Nice. Let's take a look. 12, 5, 13 calls. Yeah, you're pretty much at the money. We're at 5, 12, 48 on SPY. What's up? Shout out to Mr. Toxic on that. BGS Dallas, Rich, shout out to y'all for coming through. But like I was saying, in my Discord community, Passive Income University, this was a main play that I've kind of got my eye on for the week, which is Shopify. It's kind of hit the bottom of this kind of support zone, if you will. I'm still a little on the fence on which way, so I marked out two lines that I'm kind of looking for. If we drop below this blue line here, this 68.45, then we might be in a free fall down for puts to close this gap. But if we go above this top blue line at about $73, then we can see this small little gap fill right here for some calls. So I got big eyes on Shopify for this week. Yo, Alex, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Gavinci, thank you for the follow. Yo, Joe Rodriguez, I see you. Thank you for coming through. All of y'all that are rocking with me today, drop your tickers. Anything we want to chop it up and your tickers, anything we want to chop it up and look at. It's all your tickers, anything we want to chop it up and look at. It's all tickers, anything we want to chop it up and look at. It's all about sharing and learning together. So I am definitely down for it. Just letting y'all know what the play is for overall the week that I'm looking at for the community, the Discord community that I put. So marked out some things there. Another one that I was looking at that was very interesting was this ticker symbol MMC. I stumbled upon this yesterday. Let me change the chart to the daily chart. Let's give it a moment. But ticker symbol Mary Charlie. Jay and Alex want to take a look at Apple. So let's take a look. I'm going to shoot over to Apple really quick. But what I wanted to show y'all was this ticker symbol that I happened to stumble upon yesterday, which is MMC. That was in this kind of range, the support range that I spotted. It is now breaking out. I was very interested in calls. So if you got in calls right at the beginning of the day, you'd be down. But I'm still watching this very closely. But let's go take a look at Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. All right, Apple is trying to fight its way to the daily 50%. Somewhat of a little bullish pop-up these last two candles here. It went down to Friday's low and bounced up. I am looking at the 30-minute chart just to get a quick scalper's perspective. But let's see. Let us see real quick. Let us see. All right. Yo, Alex Curtis, thanks for the follow, my guy. I see you. D'Lo the Greatest wants to take a look at McDonald's. We've been talking about McDonald's a lot in my Discord. In the Discord community, McDonald's has some big plays in our Discord, so I'm gonna shoot over to McDonald's in a minute. But in terms of Apple, looking at a scalper's perspective, I think we're gonna just struggle with this 50%, and then we might just kind of come back down. We are in somewhat of, in my opinion, bearish puts territory. Yo, Bab, thank you for the follow. I see you're talking about Meta, so let me get the things queued up. That's what really helps me. I'm going to close some of these tabs up here, and I'll get the ticker symbols queued up that we want to take a look at. So we're talking about Apple first right now. Let me move. Oh, don't exit. Don't exit. We don't want to exit Apple. All right, we'll move Apple over here. I'll close these other ones, and we'll go through one by one. And then there's one for Meta, right? Apple crashed to 150. We want to change this to shop. Hold on, just renaming some things. All right, save. Look at Shopify looking like it wants to bounce. Like I said, Shopify is the play of the week I'm thinking for this week that I've been alerted the community to. But Apple, a couple of folks wanted to take a look at it. Apple crashed to 150. 150 is way down here. Why do we think Apple's... That's a pretty crazy drop. Yo, Bab, why are we thinking Apple crashed to 150? I'm not knocking you at all. I just want to kind of get more so of your insights, because that is, we're talking $26. Is that more long term? Are you saying like by the end of the year, by the end of the quarter? Apple, let me go to the daily chart. All right, here we go. Looks a little bit more realistic. So Apple being down to 150, we would talk about going back to March of last year. I don't know. I'm going to say off the top, just looking at it, I don't really see Apple crashing down to 150. That would be pretty crazy. Let's see. Alex Curtis got crushed with Theta Burn on Apple puts today. Which ones did you, because they only have weeklies, right? Did you get the ones that expire on Friday the 19th? Bab says you got great vocal, become Michael Jackson. I appreciate that, bro. Bad earnings, bad news today, end of the month. Samsung, Bear, Apple. Oh man, Alex Curtis said he had the 19 bad sales on number on Apple. Let's take a look. According to TradingView, I'm looking at some of the news right quick. Let me kind of bring this down so they're kind of next to each other and everybody can see. All right, so Apple, let's see, Apple to expand spending on suppliers in Vietnam. What's going on with Apple stock Monday? Apple pushes back against Epic Games lawsuit. Samsung beat Apple. I definitely think that Apple is in this territory where we're going to see more and more pullbacks. But my bro, Bab, I just don't know about it going all the way down $26. That's a lot, right? If we did some quick mathematics, 26 divided by, where are we currently at? 176. So 14%. We're talking about a 15% drop on Apple. I don't know. Maybe a 5 to 10% possibly. Let me see. What we got? Would you take Pure? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Matus. Let me see. My dude Alex Curtis had the 19's, got that Theta Burn. Gosh, were you in the money, at the money on those contracts, Alex Curtis? Where were you at on there? Matus wants to know, would you take puts today? It depends on, are you talking about the overall market? Are you talking about a particular ticker? Are you talking about Apple specifically? Puts. Alex was at the money. Damn. I hate to hear that, bro. I hate to hear that. That's happened to me a couple times between IV and Theta and all that. I really feel like they start to play with the contracts. They start to be bullshitting around the way they move the contracts around. But to Matus, I want to pronounce that correctly. Overall, in terms of puts for the day, yeah, I would just say you might, depending on when you have an entry, because like here we go with QQQ. Like I said, it's kind of struggling to get up to that 50%. You may need just to have a little bit of tolerance, a little bit of pain tolerance if you're looking for puts. You wouldn't be wrong in terms of like how the overall market is shifting and we're starting to have some slides to the downside. It's just you got to be aware of like these bounces that I kind of called, right? I call this little bounce up for calls on QQQ. And so you just have to have some pain tolerance if you happen to get in. If you got in like in the last 30, 60, 90 minutes, something like that, you just would need to have some risk tolerance and pain tolerance to kind of see through that. Or you just want to wait for a strong indication that we're bouncing back down to the downside. Alex, I stopped out, no major loss. Good. The dopest thing, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I've been finding more and more like comfort and confidence when I get stopped out. It lets me know it's a part of my plan, right? You line up a stop, you line up a profit target, and that is a part of your plan, right? You line up a stop, line up a profit target. Any one of those hit, as long as you stick with it, that's a win. I mean, really, can you beat that, right? Can you beat following your plan? I don't think so.
Exactly what I said.
Amazon. Somebody wanted to see Meta first. I got Amazon queued up. Let me close out of Google. I wanted to keep these two that I was looking up. I'll close out of Roku. Crisis the Boss level 8. Thank you for the follow. I wish you tell me where's that name. That's an interesting name. I don't know where that comes from. Crisis the Boss level 8. Tell us what that means. Give us a little background. Bab wants to look at Meta. That's what we wanted to see. You guys bear with me as I try to tackle these. I want to give thorough, honest, like kind of analysis, but we're gonna take a look at Meta right quick. Let's see. We're gonna take a look at Meta. Yo, just a big shout out. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for sharing. I'm gonna try to tap in with all of y'all. Sabab, thank you for the follow. Compace Easy, thank you for the follow. Crisis the Boss level 8 though. Please, I'm interested, not to put you on the spot, but very interested about your username, how you came up with it, what does it mean, things like that. So here we are. We're taking a look at Meta on the daily chart right now. Let me kind of move this over a little bit. Meta on the daily chart. It kind of looks like we're in a support zone. The overall market has bearish sentiment in my mind. So you just want to keep that in consideration. But we may, once we zoom down on the time frame, we may be in an area or a moment where scalpers could get some calls real quick. But first we want to take a look. So this is what my eyes, I'm just eyeballing it. This is what my eyes sees on Meta, right? We kind of come up into this support resistance zone, come back down. We came up into this support resistance zone, came back down. And then on the daily, we kind of blasted through it. And now we're coming back down into that support resistance zone. And just a reminder for the new traders out there, right? Just a reminder for us new traders, if you're just starting out, support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. So you just want to remember that. Support becomes resistance and resistance becomes support. But this is the daily chart. It does look bearish, right? We could almost do a trend line. Look bearish, right? We could almost do a trend line. Look bearish, right? We could almost do a trend line. Percent was for yesterday. Let me go ahead and get that on. So this is one indicator that I use every day, which is the SS 50% rule. And it just basically marks out on a daily basis where the 50% was, where the daily high was, and the previous day low was. Bab says I'm losing my voice. I am. Yeah. I need to get some tea or some honey and some water or something like that. I am losing my voice, but you know what? I don't care. I'll lose my voice for y'all. I'll lose my voice for the community. Bab wants a 1 week prediction on Meta. All right, a 1 week prediction on Meta. 1 week prediction. We've got earnings coming up. Earnings on Meta is on April 24th. I think over the next week, leading us to Friday, I think we're going to continue to have downside. I think there's going to be more of a push down leading up until earnings. That is my opinion. Straight up and down. I think when it comes to Meta, we're looking at the daily chart. We kind of marked out this kind of short-term trend line right here, this green line that I just put on the chart. I think going up until earnings, we're going to see more and more of a push down. We've got a couple of gaps that need to be filled, things like that. So that is just my thought on what's going to happen over the next week. Your speaker's voice. Appreciate that. Gordo, thank you so much. You said, oh no, Bab. Are you looking? You got calls? Are you in calls? Yo, Kyara, totally. Thank you for the follow. C says Amazon next. Ryan, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, bro. What is upside on Meta? I mean, we have this recent high, from April 8th, but I think we might need to see Meta might need to come down. I don't know, man. Because we have like another support and resistance area. Look at this. I mean, do you guys see what I'm seeing on the daily chart right here? Let me bring this over. So we're looking at Meta on the daily chart. I mean, it does look a little choppy. We might need to put it on the weekly, go to a higher time frame. But based on what my eyes are quickly eyeballing, right, how this kind of ebb and flow is. We got this high coming down, this high coming down, this high. So I'm seeing, what I'm thinking is leading into earnings, we're going to see this push back down to the downside. And of course, if they announce something crazy on their earnings, we'll shoot up back up to this 530 area where this high is. But that's my kind of, GS gave 600 on Meta. Is that Goldman Sachs? What are y'all trading? So we're trading options, Red Queen. Trading options. I had alerted calls on QQQ, but I alerted calls right in this area, right where my cursor's at, Red Queen. And I think we're just gonna have some trouble getting past the 50% of the previous trading day, which is Friday on QQQ. So for my community, I already let them know to start taking profits and to get out of QQQ. We got in right here. I'm a scalper, so it was quick, little easy money. Here it was where I announced it in the trading community. QQQ calls, boom. But somebody wanted to take a look at Amazon. Who was that? Amazon. Was that C? C wanted to take a look at Amazon. So here we are. Amazon is on top of the previous 50% from Friday. Amazon is on top of that 50% from Fridays. Bring that over. Let's just take a look at the daily chart. Looking like it's got some bearish sentiment. Let's see. Let us see right quick. Overall, of course, we're kind of trending up if we kind of go back in time. But on Amazon, we might see like a push down, maybe towards the previous. So this red candle right here was Friday. We could see a previous come back down here. Looks like there's a support and resistance zone in this area. I overall right now, I think we're just, I don't want to say like a bearish market, but I think we're in a bearish zone. If I was to kind of make up a phrase, we're in like a bearish zone right now. All right, Bab says, Dilo the greatest, avoid Ozempic killing McDonald's. You made 3,000 on QQQ. No, not 3,000. I made like $300. I wish it was 3,000. I'm getting there. C says Amazon. Yes, so Amazon is on the previous day's 50%. It's treating the previous day's 50%, is right below it as a little bit of like a support zone, but I think we're going to continue to push down. I think, like I said, I believe we're in somewhat of like a bearish zone, if you will. Not a bearish market, but a bearish zone. It's kind of like when you think about the fighting games. You got the one opponent that's clearly got the advantage, but you got that moment where the person that's losing has somewhat of a little comeback, right? And that's what I think is happening right now with the bears. Red Queen says, I used to trade currencies. I'm still learning though, but would I use the same techniques to trade options? Yeah, for the most part, between all trading, really the core concepts and fundamentals are there. There's some slight nuances, obviously, that are only applicable to options, right? The biggest thing is like the expiration with the contracts. That's why a lot of people have kind of been turned off by options trading. I see that there's a big push to go into like futures lately. Bab has given us a lot of heads up, y'all. So if you guys look at Bab, giving us things what to avoid Starbucks, 90% down sell in Middle East. Alex Curtis says he's currently in Tesla. We'll take a look at Tesla in just a moment. Let's see. Dilo the greatest wants to look at McDonald's. Like I said, last week and the week before, McDonald's, we had a lot of plays in the community. Let me see if I could go find some where we were talking about McDonald's in the community. Where were we talking about McDonald's? I might need to just do a search. Where were we talking about McDonald's? But yeah, one of the community members put us up on game when it comes to McDonald's plays. Here we go. We had McDonald's calls. They were talking about calls on McDonald's. This was on April 10th. But let's just take a look at McDonald's right now from a fresh set of eyes. Amazon is breaking below that 50% on the daily chart. So like I said, I think we're in this bearish pocket, and we're gonna just see some push down. I think, like I said, I don't think that it's a bearish market. I just think that we're in a bearish pocket, if that makes sense. Red Queen says, how would I get in the community? You can check that link in bio. Go ahead and join. We got plenty of things for you. All kinds of stuff. Yes. Love it. So I'm happy because every day I'm coming up with more and more things to give value to the community. And it just makes me happy that people are getting more and more value. You know, I created a template for journaling your trades. We have a template that we created for back testing that I put formulas in. So you can put in your back testing, put in the formula, and it'll give you a probability of how your trade will do. All kind of things like that. One of my favorite things about the community is I do monthly awards and giveaways. So, you know, if you support and you join, I love to give back to the community. That's one of my favorite things. I have a goal for how much I want to give back this year to my community, things like that. But yeah, check out the link in the bio. Buddy, you net 1 mil last year. Where are you getting these numbers from, Bab? Bab, where are you getting these numbers from? I did not net 1 million last year. I did not. Let me tell you right now, I did not net 1 million. I do have a finance degree. How the heck do you know that? How the heck do you know that I have a finance degree? That is crazy. That is crazy. How the heck do you know that? Tina, thank you for joining. Thanks for coming through. Thank you. What's up? Ernest T. Bass, thank you for the follow. But I'm really tripping out because Bab is like a Nardwar, that interviewer. How the heck do you know that I have a finance degree? I've never mentioned any kind of indication of that on TikTok or anywhere. Not in my community or nothing. But let me go back and take a look. Somebody wanted to look at another ticker. But Red Queen, if you're still in here, just take a look at the link in the bio. Would love to have you a part of the community. She says, what platform are you trading on? And thank you for answering. I'm trying to get back in my bag. So this platform that you see in front of you is a charting platform. It's called TradingView. And you can connect some brokers to TradingView to execute your trades through TradingView directly. There are somebody, like I said, Plan Your Trades 15 said futures are better. And like I said, there has been, I feel like options trading has been rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, especially the way that they've been, in my opinion, they've been manipulating the contracts. I mean, all markets are manipulated, right? We're not naive. We're not blind to that. But I feel like they've just been really abusing options lately, the market makers and the powers that be. They've just been abusing it. So I understand why a lot of people are just kind of moving away from options trading. Bab says PFE, please. I want to make sure I'm looking at everybody's comments. Alex, shout out to Alex Curtis. He is up 8% on Tesla puts. That's what I wanted to go take a look at. Somebody mentioned AMD. AMD burned the hell out of me a couple months ago, maybe like 6 weeks ago. Like, I'm still a little shook. Yo, Justin, thank you for the follow. D Will 020, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. All right, so we're looking at Tesla. Alex Curtis says he's up 8% on Tesla puts. Did you get weeklies, I'm assuming? Did you get expiring on the 19th, Alex? Here's the daily chart. If y'all can see, I just opened this up right now. I had already plotted out a long time ago us being in this support zone. I just opened up this Tesla chart. I don't even remember the last time I looked at Tesla. I wish there was a way to look on TradingView to see when was the last time you opened up a chart. But we are in this kind of support zone. It's a wide zone. It's a wide zone just because I was trying to really capture, you know, kind of where we think we could bounce up from. So if we kind of look way over here, back in April of 2023, so pretty much a year ago, we were down in this area with Tesla, and then we bounced up. It was right around some earnings times. So are we having a repeat of April 2023? Here we are, coming right around some earnings times. So Alex Curtis is in puts. We might see some more downside to come to the bottom of this support zone. And then depending on how Elon and Tesla report earnings on the 23rd, we could see the exact same thing that happened last year right here where Tesla begins to shoot up after earnings. So just a little bit of, quick little analysis, see what happens. Does TradingView give access to your money right away? TradingView doesn't hold your money. It just executes your trade in your broker, your platform for you. So they connect the APIs, right? They allow the two platforms to talk to each other. And so you still would be going through your broker to get your money, whatever broker you use that you connect to TradingView. Let's see. We can look at the trading panel right here. Oops. Let's bring this up. I don't know why this is. Here you go. So here are some of the supported brokers: Webull, Interactive Brokers. Some of these names that I have never heard of before. But I actually don't connect my broker to TradingView, but I know of some people that do, and it just works out to be very convenient. Alex Curtis says just grabbed 6 419 puts. Alex Curtis, big shout out to Alex Curtis. He's keeping it transparent, keeping it real with us, letting us know what plays he's getting in. Let me take a quick look at QQQ. Wow, like I said, it was gonna struggle to get to that 50% right here, and look at that. Whoa. And like I said, in the community, I'll show y'all right here, trading chat room. Let me go to the bottom. I took profits. Boom. Whoa, that is a trip. That is crazy. Yo, the Cherry Lifestyle, thank you so much. Fidelity holds money for 2 settlement days. Yeah, the Fidelity's not. I have Fidelity for long-term investing, so I'm a big fan of Fidelity when it comes to long-term investing, right? Your long-term portfolio. But if you're talking about for trading, I would not recommend Fidelity for trading. That's just my opinion. I'm not knocking Fidelity. I just think that they're much better when it comes to long-term holdings and things like that. Any platform where you get access to funds after selling, like right away, I do not know that you might have to look for like a foreign broker, something outside of the US. Obviously, the mainstream brokers in the US are relegated to US trading laws and restrictions. So the best I would probably think, if you really, really, really want something where you get immediate access right after you do a trade, especially options trading or stock trading, you may need to look for something overseas. I don't know of anything off the top of my head, but I do know that some of these overseas brokers, they kind of operate with their own rules and they don't really necessarily follow the US laws and all that. But I wouldn't be doing my fair duty to you if I didn't say you need to use extreme caution. Use extreme caution when you're engaging with and interacting with platforms that don't adhere to the laws that we have set up. And I'm not just some square like, follow the laws and do all that. I'm just saying certain things are in place to help protect us. And so if you're really, really looking for access to money immediately after a trade, just use a lot of caution. This too bad said your GPA 3.5. It was about a 3.0. I had a lot of stuff going on in my life when I was in school, so I didn't really I wasn't tapped in as much as I should. Why use FIM to judge zero date? Hey Justin, I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Why use 5M to judge zero date? D Will says, what do you think about Pocket Options platform? I had never heard of that. Let me take a look. Pocket Options platform. Let's see. Pocket Options platform. I love learning new things from y'all and with y'all. Pocket Options, the most innovative trading platform. The right place for online trading on financial markets. Pocket Options. The most convenient interface to get access to trade over 100 global trading assets. Place your trades on best conditions. $5 minimum investment amount. $1 minimum trade amount. 50,000 virtual money on your demo account. 50 plus payment methods. No commission on deposit and withdrawal. I just kind of want to see what the commissions are for trades. Yeah, I had never really heard of Pocket Options. Maybe I did and just never looked into it. It looks like they have $1 million birthday giveaway. You guys see that? Today, bottom called SPY. I win some money. Haha. Is PFE going to break out? I usually use 1M. Why use 5 month to judge 0 date? I usually want you. Oh, why use 5 minute? Oh, that's what you mean. My bad. Justin says, why use the 5 minute to judge 0 date? I usually use 1 minute. I see what you're saying. I wasn't really talking about 0 date, so if I said something that kind of make you think about that, I know our boy Curtis that was in here had some of the weeklies that were expiring on the 19th. But yeah, I'm not really a 0 date trader at all, not in that regards. I trade on the 30 minute. I'm a scalper and I use mainly the 30-minute time frame for my scalps. This is kind of wild right here. I was not expecting such a straight drop down. I thought we were going to kind of step our way down with QQQ, but I did say that we were going to struggle around this 50% area, so I did call that. Let's see, Tesla. Let's see how our boy Curtis is doing with these Tesla puts that he's looking at. Looks like Tesla's kind of hit somewhat of a support for that daily low. Today's daily low right in here. Let me zoom it up and bring it up to be bigger. Alright. QQQ 440C is good. Justin says the 440 calls. For what expiration, Justin? On those QQQ calls that you're talking about? You're talking about 0 date? Tesla don't touch today. we got one of our boys is in Tesla puts right now. In Tesla puts right now, so it looks like this kind of 164. What is this? 164.40-ish area might be Tesla's like kind of support zone for the day. So if you're up on your puts, Curtis, if you're still in here, you might want to take profits on there. If you were up on those puts, yep. Let's see. But yeah, Tesla kind of flattening out. Let's see if it breaks below. Bab wants to know if PFE is gonna break out. Let's go take a look. Yeah, thank y'all for the likes. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. Alright. Let's go look at PFE. Pfizer. So I got this wedge indicator on. Pfizer appears to be in this downward trend. Kind of depends on how you want to look at it, because it broke structure right over here back in December, but then it kind of continued in this kind of downward. You might want to try out a broadening formation. Something. Let me just take a look at the 1 week time frame. All right, so this is the weekly on Pfizer. And it's just really been coming down since December of 2022. Yowzer. Wow. We are somewhat in a support zone going back to April of 2020. So it's back at pandemic levels. Pfizer is currently back at pandemic levels. Yo, Pretoriano, thank you for the follow. So you might want to consider some calls on Pfizer. We are back at pandemic lows. So this is April, March of 2020 right here on the cursor where I got my cursor moving. This is where the pandemic was. We are back to pandemic lows. And even before the pandemic in March of 2016, we were in this area. So you may want to consider some swings on Pfizer, some calls. I don't know necessarily if it's going to break out today, but we are back at the pandemic level. Let's kind of go back to this daily chart. Once again, here we do have this kind of support zone going back to December of 2023. Then it came up, and then back in April last month, or March of last month, March, it was back down in this area and it came up. We do have earnings. Pfizer does have earnings May 1st, so they may be setting up for a nice push up for earnings. I would be very interested in calls for Pfizer right now. So let's go take a look. Let's go ask the bots. Bab says, do I see Pfizer going to 32? It depends. It depends on what time frame are you talking about, how long. Let's go to the bots. Let's go ask the bots about Pfizer. Let's ask the bots about Pfizer. Let's ask the bots. Over the next 30 days, let's see what the bots say. All right. Oops. So we got a lot of put volume for contracts that expire on the 19th. But then for contracts that expire on the 26th, there's a whole lot of call volume. But we got more put premiums going on. No, we got more call premiums. So contracts that are expiring on the 26th, there's a whole lot of bullish activity for the 26th. And then for the 3rd, there's more call activity than there is puts. And then the same thing for the 10th. And then we see a lot of put activity towards the end of May. So it may be setting up for a nice little bullish play for the earnings, because earnings we saw was on the 1st. Pfizer is going to report earnings on the 1st before the market opens. So you may want to look at some contracts. It's kind of weird though that there's so much call activity before the actual earnings gets released. But you may want to look at some contracts there. Good question on the Pfizer. We might have to take a look at that. I like that. Good find. That was a good play. Everybody take notes. Kind of keep Pfizer on your watch list. We are back at pandemic levels on Pfizer. So these are the pandemic lows from way back of 2020. We're at that same range. So we could see a nice little strong push up, especially in relation to earnings. So you guys keep that on your watch list. Keep that on your charts. But Paronita, thank you for joining. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you. See if we can get to 1,000 likes, 1K on the likes. Thank y'all for the follows. You guys can join. You can join the community. You get the first 30 days free, and then it's just $10 a month. But we have a lot of tools and a lot of value and a lot of things in the Discord. So we're looking forward to seeing y'all. Looking forward to seeing you join. I have each week we do our own internal sessions, things like that. Meta's breaking down. Is Meta coming down? All right, look at Meta hitting down. Okay, there we go. But yes. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank you. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Bab. We do have the private tutor. Tutoring. You could just shoot a message and we could do individuals, or we like to do small groups where everybody learns together. We all ask questions, kind of like what I do now on these public lives. But, we just have it exclusive for the community, Passive Income University. Yes, indeed. Yep. Of course, the whole goal is to build up passive income. So I take profits from my trading, and then, you want to get a dividend portfolio, a rental portfolio, or maybe another business that you can buy that's going to bring you some passive income. That's the whole goal, to learn a high skill and things like that. So I appreciate it. All y'all just showing love and rocking with me today. I just wanted to pop on the live, just see what's going on. This QQQ is just falling out the sky. Yo, SPY must be dropping too. We might be going for the previous day's low. Yeah. QQQ is already broken below the previous day's low. I'm thinking SPY is going to go for the same thing, if not get super close to the previous day's low. So like I said, we're in this kind of bearish, what's the name? This is SPY right now. I have marked out some zones yesterday with the passive income community, with my community when we were doing charting together. So we marked out these zones, and we did kind of see that SPY would kind of come down into this area, just like it did back in March. But D Will says check out AMC. Bab is saying to do futures. A lot of people have been telling me to get into futures. That's the thing that's popping right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this AMC. All right, I exit out of this right here. AMC, where are you? Oh no, AMC is a penny stock now. Oh my gosh. AMC. This is one of the, yo, when stocks are this low, it's just like, it's one of those things where, I mean, obviously there's the risk of losing your whole investment, but you might as well just sit and hold, right? If you got in at $2.50 a share right now, you could just wait until maybe it goes up to $3 and then just get out or something like that. Yeah, I mean, you do run the risk that it's going to continue to drop, but yeah, AMC, I feel bad. I feel bad. Damn, AMC. Let's go to the daily chart. Oh my gosh. And they've got earnings coming up. This is the daily chart for AMC. Oh man. I think we all got to ask ourselves, how many people are going to the movies? Yeah. 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 Yep. But I'm gonna bounce out, y'all. I appreciate you, Bab. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Red Queen, everybody that's rocking with me. I look forward to chopping it up with you guys again soon, possibly tomorrow or Wednesday. Like I said, check out the Discord. You get the first 30 days free. So I'll tap in and check in with y'all. Y'all have a good day. Pay close attention, manage your risk with your trades. Don't get greedy, don't get fearful, don't let your emotions take over. And of course, if you see some profits, ain't nothing wrong with taking profits and going. That's exactly what I did with my trade today. Didn't need to get greedy, made a couple $100 and I got ghost. And we saw how quickly the trade could break down, especially with the way the market just kind of fell out of the sky.